Hey.
All right. Hello. Let me post
Hello,
on
everyone.
Instagram.
Let's see.
This is the book. I'm going to do a little. I feel like people don't do boomerangs anymore. I still love a good boomerang.
I
I
feel
don't
like they
care.
don't either.
I'm still going to do one.
Okay, let's see. Share. Copy. I'm gonna be fancy and do one too.
Yay. Bring back the booms.
Yes. Hashtag bring back the booms. Let's see. Link.
All right. Say hi when you guys join.
Okay. I need a place to put this, but everything is in my way. Because I've got. I'll move Brutal Prince for now. Just
there you go. In the prime spot.
Yeah, come on, don't be weird. There we go. My.
So much work, all this social media.
I know, it's all.
Only places.
I wish it was just like one button you could push and it shared it to like everything, and you can like, oh, done.
Yeah, done. Okay, I think we're good.
Okay.
Hi, Lori. Hi, Josh. How's everyone's week been?
Good.
I fear I'm on the verge of a slump.
Oh no! Because of like something you've read, or
I finished ACOTAR. I finished A Court of Silver Flames.
Yeah.
So I think I'm in like a book hangover from that, to be fully honest.
I saw like your reel where you're like, I want to train like Nesta.
Oh my god, I was so inspired. I was like, I'm doing this.
I was not when I read that book. I'm like, good for you, girl. You do those steps. I was, but no, I think that would be cool to do, and just to kind of see if you can do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a good book. I haven't read it since like it came out. When I guess it came out like what, 2 years ago at this point?
I don't even know.
Or 3. 21? I feel like it came out in 21 because I did like a whole binge of like the series, and then it came out like February of that following year, whichever year that was.
For some reason, I thought it was older.
I don't get journal so I can look. Goodreads is not cooperating. Red. Okay, let's see. I'm pretty sure it was 21.
I think it's because I feel like I was so late to the game that I just assume it's like been out forever.
Right. I feel like the first 4 have been out. Where? I'm back in 20. Come on. 22. Okay, it had to have been 21. Scroll. I never realized like how many books I read until like I scroll.
Yeah, when they're all in one place.
Let's see. Okay, no, that's when. Okay, it had to have been 21 because this is, yeah. So if I scroll down, because I started my channel in 20. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I read ACOTAR in October of 2020, and then A Court of Mist and Fury in November, and then Court of Wings and Ruin in November. And then I must have stopped because I read Court of Mist and Wings and Ruin in January, and then Silver Flames came out in February of 21. So
not that far behind.
We need a new one. Like
I know.
We have all been waiting because she did the Crescent City. And I'm like, oh, I don't read Crescent City. Like I had no like desire to read that one, so I'm just like
Yeah.
waiting for ACOTAR some point.
Yeah, like come on.
Yeah.
I need it.
Sometime. I still haven't read the Throne of Glass one either. I don't know if I'll ever do that.
See, I bought them. So I have them now.
Oh, I have them. Yeah. Me too.
Yeah,
I just haven't.
it's too intimidating. Why are there so many?
There's a lot. And like the last like books 5 and 6 are like supposed to be read in tandem. Like
Yeah.
it's a lot. I don't know.
Yeah. And then the debate of like what order to read them in. I'm like, it shouldn't be so complicated.
Yeah.
It really shouldn't be so complicated.
I'll get to it maybe eventually at some point.
Yeah.
Like everything else.
Too many books.
Right. But I did read Devil of Dublin.
Woo!
And I know that did you finish Ravenhood, or did you get to book 3?
I haven't read the third book.
Okay.
I kind of like how the second book ended. So I was kind of like,
it's.
I kind of don't want to continue.
I feel like you don't necessarily have to.
Okay.
But there are just more things that come together in book 3.
Okay.
So like I mean, to get the full experience, I would read book 3.
Yeah, I will one day.
Yeah, I'm glad you like enjoyed book 1 though after listening to it.
For sure, the audiobook definitely helped.
Yes. Oh
right.
my!
I guess we can get into the 5-year lie.
Okay.
So Katie and I were talking before we hopped on. Like we wouldn't even know our ratings, so
yeah.
we're gonna figure out our ratings as we go.
This is gonna help me decide what I want to rate it.
Yeah.
So tell me, okay, what did you think of it? Like, we'll just start off. Like, did you like it? Did you not like it?
So I definitely enjoyed reading it, but I wish that she wouldn't have marketed it as a thriller.
I can see that.
Because I think if I rank it against the other thrillers I read, it doesn't compare. So that makes me think that it wasn't well done.
Right.
But I still liked the story.
Yes. Okay, so I'm glad that you said that, because I was just saying, like, when I was reading this, I'm like, am I just a thriller snob? Because I'm like, to me, this was not thriller if that's even a word.
Yeah.
Like, because I have read and I understand, like, I feel like maybe she wrote this for people who maybe only read romance and want to get into thrillers. Like, this is a good stepping stone. But I was sitting, I'm like, am I just a thriller snob? Because this did not excite me. Like, I was like, the twist, I was like, okay.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm a thriller snob.
No, I felt exactly the same. And yeah, Lori, I agree. Like, it was really just like romantic suspense if you think about it.
Yeah.
Which is not a bad thing. I love romantic suspense.
Oh, yeah. But, like, I like to know going in that that's what it's like. Don't tell me it's a thriller and then, like.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could definitely tell. Like, Sarina Bowen is a romance author. This was her first attempt at a thriller. And it was very obvious.
And I mean, I'm not saying it was bad, because I liked the writing. I had never read anything by her. Mm-hmm. So, like, I loved the writing. I thought, like, nothing was bad about that. It was just, as much as it's a thriller, like domestic thriller at that, I was like,
Yeah. I feel like there were definitely some plot holes.
Oh, okay. So, disclaimer to people who don't know this. I was sick, highly sick reading this book. So I was up on not pain meds, but cold meds. So if I can't remember, I apologize. So maybe, like, to me, there was no plot holes, because I was like, it makes sense.
Yeah.
But if I can't remember, it's because I had a lot of Dayquil and NyQuil in me.
Yep, that's totally fair.
So what plot holes did you notice?
Okay, let me go through my notes. Should I just go through my notes?
Sure,
and then we can, like, see which ones are still there at the end.
Yeah.
Okay, so you start off with, like, the bus scene.
Right.
Where it's like she's, like, struggling with her kid or whatever because she's a single mom. But then it goes immediately into, like, present time, I guess. But you don't know when the bus scene took place. So you're kind of like, okay, has this already happened? Is this going to happen? What's going on? And basically she has a interesting relationship with her family because her dad owns this security company with his brother.
Mm-hmm.
But him and his brother don't get along.
Yeah.
And it's kind of ironic. I wrote on here, I love the line where he realizes that all of her family is all into technology. Like, that's how they have their money. That's what their name is based on, technology and security and all these things. And the female main character's actual interest in life is like making glass, like the least technological thing you could do in the world. So she just like, I feel like she's such an oddball character. Like, she was very interesting to me.
Yeah, like, because she's very, she came from just a very rich family. Like,
Yeah.
And then it's just like, glass was her thing.
Yeah. Such a random thing.
Yeah.
Okay, I remember one of the plot holes now. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it. There's a part where she talks about like having a breakdown in college or something, but I feel like that never really gets explained.
Do I even remember that?
Because I wrote it down, because usually when someone alludes to that, like, that means that it's gonna like expose something later.
Right.
So I wrote down like breakdown in college, question mark, question mark. I wrote that note like pretty early on, but then I never like added anything to it. Did I like miss that?
No, I mean, that makes sense because, well, like you said, like, if normally when authors put that in there, it's going to have something to do with the story.
Yeah.
Usually, like, why would you put that little bit in there if it wasn't going to come back later?
Yeah, I don't know.
Lori says if it was going to be a romantic suspense, she should have gotten the couple together quicker with the conflict of her being mad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is true.
I get, like, I get where she was going with it being a thriller, but I almost kind of wish if it wasn't like that he wouldn't have been alive and it would have been something else. Like, to me, she took the way I don't know, like, it was more romantic. Like I said, like, if he was not alive, then I would have felt like this was more of a thriller. But since he was alive, and she got with him, it is very like just it's a mystery of like romantic suspense of like. But I don't know.
Because it did ultimately, like, the ending is not a thriller ending.
No,
at all.
No, it's got a little HEA, you know.
Yeah, like, that's romance 100%.
Right.
Doesn't breakdown in college mean unexpected pregnancy? That's what I thought it was going to be, or something. Like, but I don't think it's ever mentioned again. But anyway, so she's working for her father and uncle's company, but she's kind of just like doing the bare minimum. She's just doing it because like it's there, you know, that's what her family does. That's what she's going to do. And then this new guy comes in, and he's clearly got some kind of backstory where he's trying to do some like secret spy mission. Like, he is working for this tech company, this security company, but he's trying to like find hidden things on the back end, and he's trying to like steal people's access. But of course, he's attracted to the female main character, even though he knows it's going to mess up his plans. Of course. And he shouldn't do it. But, you know, it's clearly forbidden romance written all over it. So it's going to happen.
And like I said, like, I don't mind mind the romance of it. Because, I mean, because being romance readers, of course we're not going to. Yeah. But just like market it. This is giving me flashbacks of Wreck the Halls. I'm like, this is not a Christmas book.
Yeah. This is not a thriller.
Right. I mean, I guess in some aspects it could be.
Mm-hmm.
But it's very low key thriller. If you're gonna like put it on the scale, it's very like beginner.
Yeah.
If you've never read a thriller, go with this type of thing.
Yeah. But I would agree with that.
Terrible marketing. Okay. So if I'm thinking of it like a romantic suspense. Okay, I gotta forget that I think that I knew that it's a romance. Or a thriller. If I just want to went in with this, I don't know. I think if it was just a romantic suspense, I would give it like a 4.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Because it has the HEA at the end, spoiler if you haven't read it, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
But like they get together and everything's
Yeah.
kind of like all wrapped up in a nice, bow. And so like on that, I would say it would be like it wouldn't be a 5, but
Yeah, I agree.
But if you're gonna ask me for a thriller, I don't think it's.
Yeah,
It's not
that's
a
why
5.
it's so hard to rate this book. I have no idea how to rate it.
Yeah, because if they were like rate this as a thriller, I would be like 3, 2.5, 3.
Yeah,
But if you're like rate this as a romantic, I'm like okay, I could give it like a 4.
So maybe like 3.5.
Maybe like 3.25. I don't know. I don't know. And I'm like, I feel. I don't know. I just want us to read a thriller that's going to knock my socks off.
I know. We need like the jaw dropping, like what? Like that's what we need.
Yeah, because like once I found out he was still alive, I was just like, okay, like
yeah,
like
and the fact that she was able to figure out where he was, like that was way too convenient.
She's like, oh, I remember him talking about this friend.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna go visit this friend.
This random town in Michigan that no one even knows about.
Yeah,
let's go there.
The poor boy in that freaking bus ride there. He's like, are we there yet? I'm hungry. Are we there yet?
Awful.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm curious how you guys want to rate it.
Yeah.
I'm feeling like 3.5.
I can see that.
I think that's where I'm gonna land.
What's the overall rating? What does Goodreads have it as? Who knows? Let's see. Ooh, it is. What's a 3.94?
Okay.
On Goodreads.
But I'm sure a lot of romance readers are reading it.
I think so.
So I think that's a difference. Like if you're like a thriller person, I don't think you're gonna like it.
I'm going to the 1-star reviews and see what people say. Getting through this book was my Mount Everest. So long and drawn out for 0 reasons. Did not finish. This book drags on and on. Did not care about the characters or the story. Read about 50% and gave up. Could not finish. Too many people named after Disney characters. Who's name? Oh, I guess Buzz.
Yeah, Buzz and Woody.
And then her name's Ariel, right?
Ariel. Oh.
I really thought Buzz was just going to be like a nickname. I didn't think she'd really name her kid Buzz.
I know.
But that's his name, Buzz.
I was like, really?
DNF, did not finish. Could not finish. The kid's name was Buzz, and it's all about computers. Put me to sleep. Someone said, overall, I found this as a romantic thriller.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So just a lot of... Someone goes, are you serious? That was it. So, I mean, maybe it was the marketing, but...
Yeah. One of my initial theories early on... Like, when I found out that the dad had died right before he disappeared or whatever.
Yeah.
I thought that maybe, like, he killed the dad. And then he, like, went into hiding or faked his own death or whatever. So, I kind of figured pretty on that he was still alive.
Okay. I didn't... As far as I can remember. I don't think, like, I thought he was still alive. I was just kind of going with, like... I did think that he did something with the dad. I thought maybe something occurred.
Yeah.
But I was just intrigued whenever her mom started dating the uncle.
Yes.
I was like, okay.
Yes.
But I don't know. And the uncle just like she described her dad and her uncle as being like completely like different. So after a while I started getting like the ick from the uncle. I'm like, why are you so nice?
Yeah, like clearly something's gonna go awry here.
Yeah. And find out that it was. But to go back to the, like you were talking about the prologue, so the point of view from the prologue, is that the guy from the security,
Yeah.
what was his name? The Brains, or
Yeah.
okay.
Brian something.
Okay, because I know there was the Brains and then there was the boss. So
Yeah,
I
because
just
we did
assumed,
get like a third point of view technically from this guy who used to work at the company.
yeah,
And he was kind of in cahoots with the uncle
yes,
about that like live match.
yeah.
Super unethical, which totally makes me
Oh my
like really
gosh,
freaked out by security
yes.
systems now. I'm not gonna lie. Like, is that a thing?
I don't know. I don't know if
It's
like
probably a
people could
thing.
just like tap in at any time to see, but like I wanted more. I almost wanted more of that story a little,
Yeah,
about like, okay, what happened to the cop that did all that? Well, I think he retired. Did they say he retired?
I guess, but I think he
But
may have
like,
killed him
did they? Did he?
because I think he was gonna retire.
I
But I
thought not.
think the Brian guy like hinted at like taking care of him at some
Oh,
point.
okay.
But I don't know. But I think there was another plot hole with that because for the live match software, Josh, you might need to help me because you were the one who brought this up to me the other day when they were talking about like not finding the guy in the system or something. Like when he first came to work at the
Yeah.
company and they found out who he was, or they like ran his image through the live match thing or whatever, and they couldn't find anything because he wasn't on any police records or something. But then like how did they find her?
Mm,
I don't know. Yeah, I feel like they just didn't explain it fully.
right.
Hmm. Yeah, because otherwise, like, there was no like third act conflict, or you know what
No,
I mean, like
no,
a
yeah.
romance we usually have.
But I mean, I guess with this being a thriller, she didn't have to technically go that route. But
Yeah,
no.
that's hard. Okay,
I just want a book that's going to wow me. I am
yeah.
not asking for much, but I don't know, because to be fair, I do think that. So I got the whole like idea of reading this because of Bestie book reviews, and I get like they read mostly romance; they're not big on thrillers.
Yeah.
So for them, it was like, oh my, So that's my bad, but
But I was curious to see like how she would do as a, you know.
yeah. No, I would probably go back and I mean, I actually have one. I think I have one of her books like out on Kindle.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's a small town romance one. So
Okay.
what is it like? Going gold, touch of gold,
Oh, that's
something.
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like I will go back and read. I just don't know if I would read any more like thrillers.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that's just me.
I know. I did like the side character Zane, of course,
Oh,
because
poor
yeah.
Zane. Like at first I was like, Zane, are you just getting close to her because you know something? And then I was like, Zane probably did something to him. And then I
Mm-hmm.
found out he was gay, and I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, he had a
Maybe
crush on him. I was like,
yeah.
oh, Zane.
I was like, okay, maybe you're not, just trying to weasel your way in. And
Yeah.
then he died.
Why?
Which
God had
is,
to be
I would
him.
say, is a thriller move. Like no one's really
Yes.
safe in a thriller. So like that was that was on the realms of being a thriller.
Yeah,
But
that was
like,
the most thrillery part.
gosh. Really, I hate to say it, but I think it was. Well, the little bit of action at the end, like at the cabin
Mm-hmm.
when they.
Oh, it's a freaking watermelon knife.
Oh my gosh, that lady, all she
I
kept
thought
doing was,
she was gonna be something.
you have to put that knife in cardboard so you don't.
I'm like, how does she know how to carry a knife in her purse? This is
Yeah.
not a trustworthy
How often
character.
does she do that? She must do that a lot.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, like that whole scene I felt was, I don't know. It was very, very actiony for being like, again, this is supposed to be a thriller, so I could see it in a thriller.
Yeah.
But like nothing else in the book was like very action packed to where it was all just like right there at the
Mm-hmm.
end. But I don't know.
I don't know. And I think it's crazy too that like what happened. So the reason why he came to like investigate or like try and get in the back end was because what happened to his foster family.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Like
And
where the police was able to get their footage from the security camera without their
yeah.
consent.
And then just blackmail her pretty much. You know what? I would, if I were her, I would have been like, just show my dad the tape.
Yeah,
Like, I
go
don't
ahead.
care. Like, what if he's like, I'm going to show the whole town. Like, go ahead. What do
Yeah.
I care?
That's awful that like
Yeah.
it's terrible.
And then it does make you think like, so many people have like the Ring cameras, you know, like, is it a possibility? Could they do that at some point? But
Mm-hmm.
I don't have one of those. I am old school.
Yeah, I don't have one either.
If you knock on my door and I can't see out my window to see who you are, I'm not answering.
Yeah, exactly.
So, but yeah, it is kind of scary. I mean, you just never. I mean, you never know. Did she
Yeah.
say anything? I wonder in the back of the. Was there any acknowledgments or like this was based on? No, I don't think there was.
God, I hope not. Based on a true story.
Like
Please
this was
no.
based on something I read.
Please no. No.
She does say, no, she goes, it turns out, though, switching genres is hard. Sorry.
It is.
It is hard. I can imagine. But no, she didn't say anything about it being, like, true or anything, so.
Mm-hmm.
But.
Yeah, see, there's just a lot of things I still have a question mark next to. There was a comment that her mom said about, like, not being a good wife because she couldn't give him what he needed. So I was like, oh, was he trying to have a son or something? Never came up. Because she even talking about the affair?
Oh.
I don't know. That never
Yeah.
comes up. Yeah, if someone comes here, they like targeted us and they're gonna like find a way.
Well, I mean, I want to see these moves that you have.
I ain't got no kung fu moves. I'll just stick my cats on them.
Oh gosh.
That's my defense.
There you go. I hope they're vicious little cats.
Let me see.
But yeah, I can like now that you're saying all this stuff, it's like, well, yeah, there is a lot of just like information that was brought out, but nothing resolved.
Yeah, like it could have been really good. There was potential because I like that aspect of like the security camera footage and like the hacking and
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like I do find that kind of stuff interesting.
Yeah.
But it just wasn't like fully developed.
And so another thing, the villain, I guess, so to speak, which was what's his name? What was his name?
Brian?
Brian? Okay. I feel like in thrillers, when we don't know who the bad guy is or the villain or whatever, they're always I'm almost gonna say he, but it could be a she. They're always like in the book, like the whole book, I feel like, to where it's like almost you're not gonna think it's them because they're in the whole story.
Mm-hmm.
But we only saw him at that Renaissance fair. And then it's like, oh, he's the villain, he's the bad guy.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh yeah, because I remember that guy from the Renaissance fair and his sister, and then his sister and the drugs and that's how she put it all together. And I was just like, okay, that's far-fetched, but okay. That you know, she
Yeah.
But
There
I did
definitely
like
some
the
stretches.
whole yeah. But I did like the whole idea about the whole like everyone got texts that were 5 years late. Like that made sense as to why she got the text in the first place. So like I did like I'm glad that it wasn't just her that got like a random text, but I almost wish that it would have just been someone random texting her to come meet them. But no, it was just an actual text from 5 years prior.
Like, how does that even happen?
All the cell phone towers were down, apparently.
Yeah.
For that one rant, like, even that would have been something that you could have went off of. Like, someone hacked into a system and then, like...
Yeah.
Like maybe he was hacking into like the computer system and accidentally hacked into like a cell phone, something that it just would have tied it all together. But now it's just this random. Everyone gets their text 5 years later, makes everyone's life terrible. Because like her friend was like, oh my, her friend that did the glass, she thought her girlfriend was like back on drugs because the
drug dealer ended up being connected to all of it. It's crazy. And then like at the end when she realizes like her uncle's involved, it's because she's like, wait, that bagel place wasn't open 5 years ago. But she doesn't realize that till like the end of the book. I'm like, girl.
Oh my gosh.
And he didn't delete the message. Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
Like he knew it was an incriminating message. That's why he lied about it and said it was the bagel place, but he didn't even delete it.
No. Because like she got his phone, right? And she like scrolled up.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was still like all there.
It's weird.
5 years later, he didn't get rid of any. Yeah. Oh my. Yeah. I don't know, y'all.
It's hard.
I don't know how to rate this one.
Maybe 3.
See, that's why I was like, I'm going to give it like a 3.25, but on Goodreads, I can't put 3.25 because they won't let me put point whatever on there. So it probably will be a 3. And I'm sad.
Yeah.
Dang it, I'm sad. What did everyone else rate it? I'm curious if, you read it and finished it. What did you guys rate it? I don't know. Lori says she doesn't like to rate books, which I can understand.
Yeah. This is a tough one to rate.
I don't know.
And I didn't think there was going to be a happily ever after because when she gets to the town, like there was still a lot of pages left.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Let's see. When does she get there? 5 years ago. Ariel. Nope.
Yeah. The ending did happen kind of fast.
Well, I tell you, it's like everything was so much action. It was like, oh, here, you found him after 5 years. You still love him. He still loves you. He sees the boy. That's my son. Oh my gosh. I want to stay in a relationship. And now we got people coming after us.
Yeah.
It was like, okay.
And then it just cuts to the epilogue. And of course she's pregnant again because it's a romance author. So of course.
Right. I didn't even realize that.
What romance epilogue doesn't have a pregnancy?
I did not even.
Yeah, she's pregnant again.
Well, that could have been the medicine that I don't remember. But that makes sense. See, that's why I cannot say this is a thriller.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Although one part I did like about the end, this is kind of bad that I liked this part, but the fact that her mom is still with the uncle, even after all of that, like he's on house arrest, he's being investigated, and her mom is still with the uncle. She's like, I don't care.
Oh my gosh, her mom was something else.
She was a character.
Oh my goodness.
Planning her wedding, like while all this is going on.
Yeah. She's like, I don't want to wear white. We can't wear white. This wedding can't be too flamboyant because it's the second one. No. I was like, goodness gracious, girl.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Yeah, there was still, let's see. When does she meet back up with him?
There's still like 75 pages left at least.
Main floor of the cabin. Give him this. Okay, it's got to be like later. I won't remember these last few miles. Okay. 48. Chapter 48 on 5. No, there's not 500 pages. 356. And then it goes. So yeah, there's still like. Yeah, you're right. Like 80, 75, 80 pages left.
Yeah. I was like, I can't enjoy this because something's going to happen.
Yeah. A big old action scene in the woods and
knives
and guns.
Yeah. Nope.
Yeah, I did not expect that. I don't know what I expected the ending to be. Like I don't know how I wanted it or what it would have been like. What would have made it more
Mhm.
thrillery? I don't know. Maybe him not being alive. I still say that. I still think he shouldn't have been alive.
Yeah.
Like if you're going to do a thriller, and then you
Mhm.
wouldn't have had the HEA,
Yeah.
and that just would have.
Yeah. She needed to like commit to either one
Yeah. But
instead
like
of
I
just
said, if
like,
it's gonna be a suspense, make it a romantic suspense. Call it a
yeah.
day. That's fine.
Mhm.
But when you're gonna do it a thriller, maybe I'm just really harsh. I don't know.
No, we need a jaw-dropping thriller.
I know. I just don't know if we're ever gonna get one.
We haven't had one.
I know.
What was the like? The housemaid was the closest,
Yeah.
that wasn't even.
No. Because I was like, oh, okay. Like nothing was like that was. Oh my god. Like it's something. I want something that like would never see coming, but reading the book back,
It makes
I'd be
sense.
like, how did I not see that?
Yeah.
And I just don't. That's why I hope with this book I'm reading now, I'm going to get that. So if anyone's
Yeah.
wondering, I'm reading Hidden Pictures. So
Yeah, I've heard good things, but
I
I'm a
have
scaredy cat,
two.
so I've been nervous.
We'll see. It's the pictures that are like kind of worrying me a little because like they start off really nice, like
Yeah.
a bunny,
Cute. Okay.
and then you keep going a little bit, and the last picture in that group of pictures is like
Oh my god.
his. Yeah, it's like that's Anya. Anya sleeps under my bed at night, and I can hear her sing. So
Oh. Oh.
yeah, so we'll see.
Same.
I kind of do
Oh
too.
my god. Wait, do you watch The Book Refuge?
Yes, yes.
She loved it.
I
I'm
don't
like,
know.
what?
I don't know what she read. I don't know how she. I don't know.
Maybe
I
she was
watched
on
that
medicine.
video, and I thought of you the whole time. I'm like, what did we like? What did we not get?
I know.
Mm-mm. She's like, that's a 6-star read. I'm going to be like recommending it all the time. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna have to like skip over that part now.
I know. I'm like, this makes me question everything that I get from her as a recommendation.
Like I'm still gonna like
Because normally recommendations are so good.
Yeah.
What happened with that one?
I don't know. Maybe it was us. Maybe
I
we
don't-
just.
But
I
everyone agreed. We all agreed.
yes, like, but everyone in her comments were like, "Oh my gosh, I'm gonna add that to my TBR," and I wanted to go under and be like, "Please don't."
Yeah, like,
Don't do it.
proceed with caution.
Yeah, but hey, I guess that just means like there's a book for everybody.
There really is.
But just not that was not it. I would have loved to been on some NyQuil and DayQuil for that book.
My god.
Because that book is ingrained in my brain.
Yeah, like
This book, not so much. That book, I'm gonna remember everything.
it will haunt us until the
That
end of
book.
time.
But yeah, I can't. I don't remember what it was. It was like one of her like recent. The first time I saw her talk, she's talked about it a few times now. The first time was like her recent reads or something, and I saw that book and I was like, oh, this is gonna be good. And then she started talking. I'm like, what do you mean? It's a 6-star read.
I saw her post about it on Instagram. Like when she finished it, she was like going crazy on her Instagram stories, like, "Oh my god, this is one of the best books ever!" And I'm like,
No.
"What?"
Yeah, no.
Oh my god, poor
Apparently, the
Sovereign.
sequel came out in September.
Oh, that's right.
I do believe. I just can't be me. I can't.
There's
I got
gotta be better
PTSD.
ones.
I got PTSD. I can't go back.
No.
Oh my gosh.
Well,
What are you reading right now?
I'm trying to read Black Dagger Brotherhood.
Okay, I did see that you had marked that as like currently reading.
Yes.
But you also said you were feeling slumpy.
I'm feeling slumpy.
You might have to reread something. You do
Yeah.
that? Do you reread books?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. See, I just
Yeah,
don't. I just like
here's that time.
I just go forward, and I'm like, I find something. Oh, Lori, you read it, and you
Laura,
let
you
us
have
know.
to read it for us.
Yes, and if it's any better, maybe we'll do.
Yes.
Oh, I can't. Oh, I can't. That blew my mind when I heard her talk about. I was like, we did not read the same book.
But that's honestly like the best part about this whole thing. Reading, posting about it on social media, talking about it with people. Like that's the beauty of it.
Still, I was like, I can't. What do you mean?
Like, why?
I was literally that Jennifer Lawrence meme. I'm like, what do you mean? What do you mean?
What do you mean?
Yeah. How is it that good? Oh,
what is so
okay. I've heard about this. It's like a oh gosh, the picture I can see it in my head if it's the same one that I'm thinking of. Watch it not be.
This one?
Yes, that's what came to my brain. So
what is this about?
Is it vampires? I feel like it's vampires. A woman must learn to take life by the throat after a night out leads to irrevocable changes in this juicy, thrilling novel. I guess it's a vampire story. Which, I mean, is good for spooky time.
That sounds interesting. Oh, is this the same author who wrote Such Sharp Teeth? I remember seeing people talk about that one. That one's a werewolf.
She says it's Vampire Thelma and Louise.
Oh.
Interesting. Well, that could be interesting.
Oh, and she wrote Cackle. That's on my list.
Oh, I've never...
This one. Hold on. It's a witchy one.
Oh, okay. Oh, she's very spooky.
Yeah.
She likes her spooky books.
Huh. Now is the time.
True. That's why I went ahead and was like, hidden pictures. I'll give it a shot. Because I was going to do just... So, I read... I did not read 2 of my like 8 books from my TBR from September. Don't know how I did it. But I did it.
Okay.
So I got down to I was reading The Silent Waters by Brittany Cherry this past week, and I finished it. When did I finish it? Last night? Tuesday.
Was it good?
Last night. It was so good. I gave it a 5 stars.
Is that the one that's going to be on Passion Flix?
I don't know if she's going to do all of them or not. The first movie, like the first book, is already a movie, which is The Air He Breathes. But oh my gosh, I hope they do this. It was so good. I don't know what it was like. It was so good.
I need to read them. I tried reading something by her, and I DNF'd it. But it was not from that series. It was something else. The Coldest Winter, I think.
Oh, yeah. I have that. It's over there.
I just could not get into that one. Like, I didn't like the way it was set up, so I DNF'd it. So that's why I've been, like, hesitant to read other things.
Look at Josh.
No, it's like the opposite.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, no, nah.
No, that's Pure Flix, I think is what it's called, right?
Yeah,
Pure Flix.
Yeah.
The opposite of
Passion Flix is basically like a Netflix, but it's all like original movies, but they're like spicy. They're like based on books.
Mm-hmm. That's where the J.R. Ward series is going to be.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
which they casted people.
That reminds me. Did you see what Elle Kennedy put on her social?
Yes.
I saw that. I was like, I need to know if Paige has seen this.
I'm so ready.
I hope they do it justice.
They have to.
It's just like, I guess when I read books, I get like characters like in my head of what they look like. And then when they don't, I'm always like, that's not who I pictured. But then again, I understand that's who I pictured, not who anyone else did. But
yeah. But obviously, like, I think it's gonna be a little bit immature because it is college.
Yeah. I see that.
So I think it's gonna be like more evident in a TV show than it is when you're reading it.
I think so too, yeah. And
So
plus
I
I
think
feel like
that's gonna be hard.
they'll put filler in it too. So yeah. But I'm excited.
Yeah, me too.
Just to kind of see. I need to finish. I've only read the first 2 books. I stopped on Dean's book. I know.
Katie!
Look. I don't binge series. Leave me alone.
God. You have to.
I will. I'll do it before it comes out. I will do it before it comes out. Oh. The book for October.
We're finally doing it.
It's one we've only been talking about for 5,000 years.
Probably a year.
Oh, yeah. Well, like, yeah, that's as
the
long
whole
as
time, I guess, right?
Since we started, I feel like.
We're going to do it, you guys. Here it is.
Yep.
A Lady of Rooksgrave Manor by Catherine Moon.
Don't be bad.
Okay, so let's do a refresher on the characters. Is that in the?
Is there?
There's.
It's not in the summary. Monster Smite. Yes,
Monster Smite. I'm pretty sure there's like a gargoyle.
I think there's like a invisible man.
Yeah. Laura, you've read it? Do you remember like the creatures in it?
Yeah. Do you remember who?
Because it doesn't say it in the summary.
Jen gave this 5 stars, and I just don't know if I can trust her anymore.
Question everything.
Yes, everything. Let's see. Oh no, Ava.
I'm trying to see if there's a review that has.
Yeah, I'm looking, but like, no one has decided to put.
Oh wait, here. Vampire. Sphinx.
Ah.
What? Jekyll / Hyde.
Oh, okay.
Invisible Man and a golem.
Is that like my precious? That was just his name, right? That was Gollum from Lord of the Rings.
But I think
is that like what a golem is?
I don't know. I'm kind of scared to look it up.
Oh Lord, what is it?
But it's spelled GOLEM.
GOLEM. No way.
This.
I guess so.
Stop.
Oh, isn't that
a Pokemon?
That's what I thought. Okay, wait. Gollum. Okay. Wait a dang minute. Gollum. What are you getting on your? Okay, that's what I have. Is that what it is?
I think it is.
That's interesting.
How?
Don't know. We're gonna find out.
Is that why I've heard people? I thought I heard gargoyle. So maybe that's what I was thinking of because it's like a stone.
Right.
How? I have questions.
Gollum is kind of like a stone man.
A stone man. Okay. Okay.
Okay. Well, look. I was just saying my precious, because that's what.
Yeah, I guess stone man is better than that.
True. Yeah. Can you imagine? Oh my gosh. And then a sphinx. Those are the things, right? In Egypt, right? Like, okay, just making sure I'm remembering my things. Huh.
Interesting. So we'll see.
Yeah. How long is it? 376 pages. I haven't read anything by Catherine Moon. Have you?
No.
Okay. I know she writes like a lot of like Omega verses too.
Oh, okay.
So
I haven't read an Omega verse.
I haven't either.
Oh, here. A golem. Josh has the inside scoop. Golems are creatures made of stone and mud. They originate from Jewish mythology in which you can breathe life into it to protect or harm people.
Huh.
So maybe is it like touch her and you die, I guess? Or like
we're just trying to compare it to something we know.
Oh my
Oh my
god.
goodness.
So yeah, that should be interesting.
Yeah, I just, hey, it'll be a first. The
Yep.
only other, like, I mean, I've read like Alien, but that's about it. So no monsters. Never any. I don't think Twilight, but that don't count.
No. I've only
So,
read like 2, I would think that count as that. I read the one that was it was like a merman
oh, okay,
situation. I've read one like that, and then I've read actually one of the Black Dagger Brotherhood books, the second one.
okay,
He's a vampire, but he also shifts into like a monster
huh,
dragon thing.
huh. I mean, I know they're popular. A lot of people seem to like
Yeah.
monster smut. I don't know why I say smut. It's just monster
Well,
romance.
yeah,
But
we'll see.
yeah, I have Lola and the Millionaires Part 1 and 2. I got it from, gosh, what book box was it? Some book box. But it's part of her Sweet Omega verse. So she's a beta.
Okay.
Get in with it. She wants to get with an alpha pack. That's all I know. I don't know. I'll have to try. I mean, I liked Teen Wolf, so I can. I don't know.
Yeah, it's got to be good.
Love
Lord, yeah.
BDB.
Black Dagger Brotherhood.
Okay, I'm sitting there going, BDB. Is that an acronym or
You gotta
something?
read it. You gotta read it.
I know, but it's so many books, and I
It's okay.
I couldn't even finish the off-campus series. Look, I don't want to discuss it. I will get to it. We were just talking about how Throne of Glass has too many books. You want
I
me to do a
know.
20 book thing? No way. I'll just listen to your reviews.
Okay, that's fine.
But like if it like I will watch this TV show though. Like that
Yeah.
I would do that. Just
They did cast the people.
Oh, do you think it's like a good match?
Some of them are not perfect, I will say. But hold on, let me see if I can find their pictures again. But my favorite character is the one from the second book, the one that shifts.
Yeah.
He's my favorite character. And they picked him really good. So honestly, I'm happy.
Hmm.
Okay. Wait.
What?
You know how Google, when you search things, it has like the AI thing now?
Yeah.
So at the top, it says, here are some cast members for Black Dagger Brotherhood. And it goes through. And then my favorite character, Rage, he's not on there. So I scrolled down further and it says, Taylor Napier was originally cast as Rage, but he was replaced by a new actor.
Uh-oh.
What? What does that mean?
I guess it means he was recast.
But I don't remember the name of the person I liked. Is it the new guy or is it this guy? Hold on. Taylor Napier.
Huh.
Oh, that is the guy I liked.
Oh no.
So who is it now?
Oh.
Who replaced for Black Dagger Brotherhood?
Okay, so would you say his name was Wrath?
Rage is the one that I like.
Rage. Okay.
Wrath is the first book.
Rage. Okay. So on this thing, they have this dude. Is that
Yeah, that's Taylor.
okay? So
Oh, there's a new. Okay, so J.R. Ward posted on her Instagram today
oh,
saying, quick casting update. Everyone's heading for Atlanta. Taylor is no longer able to be part of our series. We wish him all the best. We're so excited for the new actor taking on the role. He's amazing, and we can't wait for you to meet him very soon.
well, heck, we gotta tell us who it is so we can like stop this dude.
Of course, I can't say anyone is my favorite because then they're like gone.
This dude's got a lot of hair. He plays. Who is this? Vicious.
Oh, Vicious, yeah.
The way that these are like written,
I know.
That's...
And see, he's one where that's not how I pictured Vicious at all.
He's a very pretty man.
Yeah. Yeah, and Vicious is like not a pretty boy. He's like very
Oh, okay.
gruff, like.
Ah.
So that one's kind of weird.
So we have Wrath, Butch, just Butch. Butch just gets a regular name.
Yeah, because he's a human. He's a cop.
Okay.
He's not one of the vampire people.
He looks like he'd be a cop. This dude does look like he'd be a cop. What is he off of? He's Irish, Sicilian, and German, but he's from Illinois, so. Magic Mike, Ryan. Who's that? Who was Ryan and Magic Mike? I don't even know who. Ryan, Magic Mike. I don't know.
Here, I'm trying to see if I can get everyone's picture in one place.
Who's in Dolphin Tale? Who was he in Dolphin Tale? Is he the boy that lost his leg?
Okay, so yeah, this guy's going to play Wrath, and he's in the first book.
Okay.
But I think Wrath in the book, I'm pretty sure he has like longer black hair, so they're probably going to give him a wig.
Right. Oh, Lori wants to know how far along you are in the series.
I'm on Fury's book, which I think is book like 5 or 6.
And how many are there?
Like 20 something.
Oh my lord.
She's still writing them.
There's no way I would read that. There's no way. Oh my goodness.
But Fury's character, they're gonna have to give him a wig too, because in the book he's known for his hair. He has like long hair, and it's like an ombre, like a bunch of colors.
Okay.
But the actor doesn't have that.
Right.
So I don't know. I think, like I said, I think most of them are pretty good. They're gonna have to do like makeup and all that, because it is kind of like they're from like a vampire society.
Huh.
So it's not like super contemporary.
Oh, okay. Do vampires and humans like live, like coexist in this world?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes. And there's also like a society that's like vampire slayers.
Oh.
So you have them, the vampires, and the humans.
Okay. Huh.
Mm-hmm. But what I'm curious about, there are 2 characters that are twins in the book series, but obviously, like, so this is one of them, which I think they're going to have to make him, like, because I think the character has a shaved head in the book.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So that's what the one guy looks like, and then his twin is this guy.
Oh, okay. So they're not making like the same person play both characters.
Yeah. So that's going to be interesting.
Yeah. Are they identical in the book or not?
I don't think it says.
Okay.
I can't remember. But I'm on the second twins book now, and the first twin already had his book.
Mm-hmm.
And it's juicy because the second twin, he has feelings for the female who's with the first twin.
Uh-oh.
So it's messy.
It's messy.
It's messy.
No, but like going back to reading the Brittany C. Cherry, I think you would like that series.
Really?
The second book I didn't like as much.
Okay.
The first book is he is a grump. He's grumpy. He's just a grump.
So which one is first?
The air he breathes.
The air he breathes. Okay.
And then it's the fire between high and low. And then the silent waters, and then the gravity of us, or between us. I think it's the gravity of us.
See, I never hear anyone talking about the fire one, so that makes sense that you said that
one
wasn't
it wasn't my favorite. Out of all of them, it goes books 3, 1, 2. But,
okay. And see, I think book 3 is the one I would like the most, because that's the one where like one of the characters is like deaf or mute or something,
she's
right?
Mute. So
yeah,
it's told in 3 parts. Part 1 is like when the incident happens that makes her go mute. And the hero in the book is her stepbrother's best friend that she meets when she's like 6 years old, because her dad gets married to another woman, and they all go move into the same house. And when she comes to move in, she meets her new stepbrother, new stepsister, and the stepbrother has a friend over, which is the hero. And I think he's a few years older. I think he's like 2 years older than, or is it the same age? Dang. I think they're the same age, actually.
Okay.
I think. And then there's the younger sister. And she's like, oh my gosh, I love him because he's, and then in part 1, she's like, we're going to get married. And she's always saying all this stuff. And then the incident happens, and then she becomes mute. She just doesn't talk anymore. But he is with her, like, every step of the way.
Aww.
Like, they communicate writing on like a whiteboard, and like he just knows what she's thinking, and like, so he'll answer his own question, because he's like, he'll ask her a question, and then like in italics we'll see like what she's thinking in her head, and then he's like, yeah, and he just kind of answers and then part 3, so we have part 1 when they're like 6, part 2 is when they're 10. So maybe part 2 is when the incident happens. I think part 1 is just right. Oh gosh, I just finished this book yesterday. Stop it. But part 3 is they're 28. So there's like a little time jump between. If I know part 2, they're 18. Oh yes, I'm right, because there's the prologue where they come and like they meet.
Okay.
Then part 1 is when they're age 10. Part 2 is when they're 18. Part 3 is when they're 28.
Okay.
And it's just, oh my gosh, it was so good. Part 3, there's just like something that happens, and then like she's gonna take care of him and kind of like help him find his voice, because she helped. Oh my gosh, it's so good. It was so good. I loved it.
Could I skip to just that one, or do I have to read the other ones?
No, they're all standalone.
Okay. Yeah. So I can just go right to that one.
Yeah, you can just go straight into that one. They're not like connected or anything. They're all, I don't know why they're technically a series, because none of them are like, they're all in different towns, but I guess just because like each one has some sort of element in the title. Yeah. That's why. But it was good. I liked it.
And also, like, I love that cover.
That's a scene in the book.
I'm so excited.
I love that cover. It was such a good cover. But then I would go back and read the first one, because the first one was good. Yeah. Like, I think I gave it a 4. But like, definitely this one has been my favorite. Okay. I only have one more book, and I'll have a series complete. Oh my gosh.
See? When you only have one book left, it makes it easier. You're like, okay, right. I could do that.
Yeah, but it's probably going to do that. Because I don't remember when I read those other books in this series. It wasn't this year. Was it last year? Was it this year? Oh, I don't know. I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I don't think I read them. No, I think I read them in last January and February. It's fine. They're just sitting, chilling on my shelves. It's fine.
It's okay.
Yeah. Okay. Was there anything else that we wanted to talk about or anything? Oh, we didn't even say when the live show was going to be, though.
Oh, right. So normally it would be on Halloween, because it's the last Thursday of the month, but we're going to make it 1 week later. So our live show will be November 7th on Katie's channel, and it'll be at 7 p.m. for A Lady of Rooksgrave Manor.
Yes. And I think we also discovered that November's, looking ahead, will probably be another week after, because Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
I don't know why all the holidays are on Thursday.
Yeah. When did that happen?
I don't know. But yeah. So November 7th.
Yes.
It'll be on, like Paige said, my channel at 7 Eastern time. But hopefully it'll be good.
Yes. Fingers crossed for Monster Smut.
Yeah. Something, please. And then I guess in November, what are we doing? Are we going to do a thriller, or are we doing like our anniversary of like SJ Tilly?
I think we should do S.J. Tilly.
Okay, we can do another romance.
Yeah.
And then go back to like, because then that would be like a good transition, because then it'll be a romance on yours, and then we can go back to like thrillers on mine for a while, and
Yeah, and we can just alternate them. Okay.
We can do that. I don't know which S.J. Tilly though.
Yeah, let me see. Well, we could do the hockey one.
I know we talked about like the latte ones. They're small.
Yep.
I don't know if you want to do like a sports or if you want to do a small town.
She also has that new series.
Yeah.
And then she also has the one, the Mr. Sin.
Right.
Because that one's 3 books. The latte one is 2.
Yes.
And then the hockey one is 4.
I don't know. I really have no preference. I'll read any of them.
Let's go with... I feel like... I don't know. I want to read all of them. It's the problem.
Oh my. Well, if we wanted to do... Let's see. What's the Smoky Darling?
Those are the age gap ones, I think.
I fell in love with Beckett when I was 7. He broke my heart when I was 15. When I was 18, is he best friend's little sister? Brother's best friend's little sister. She was my brother's best friend's little sister. Wait, am I just confused? I don't know how that works. Wait. My brother's best friend. So, he's got a brother. His brother has a best friend.
Who has a sister.
And that's the girl.
Yeah.
Ooh, I don't know why that made me... I had to figure out how in the world that worked. Okay. Don't mind me. And then the second book in that series is an age gap. Latte Darling. Silver Fox. Oh, right, the dating app. She signs up for a date with this guy, and instead of him, it's the dad that shows up.
Yep.
I don't know. I don't really mind either one. We'll decide, I guess.
Yeah.
We have
we'll think about it.
Yeah.
We can talk about it again in the October show too. Monsters Night will be thrilling. I'm so excited to get the audio.
Okay. Look. TikTok. Okay, I bought 2. I didn't buy one of the audios. I had a credit. So I got, what did I get? Just recently. I got Little Stranger because TikTok has been like bombarding me with this certain snippet from the book, and I'm like, oh my gosh, he sounds psychotic. So like I have to get it. Plus it's Joe Arden, and I know, but I can't. He narrates so well.
He does.
And I'm just, but like,
I know.
And then I also got Under Your Scars, which I ended up buying that one. It was like on sale or something. So, and that also is Joe Arden also. But Under Your Scars is not an HEA.
That's why I've been scared to pick that one up.
But see, I loved cry. Like, I love books. I love books that like leave me feeling like, oh, what did I just read? And so I was like, okay, I'll get that too. But it's an 18-hour book.
Oh my God.
So I might have to like speed that one up a little bit.
Yeah.
But I think the other one, Little Liar or Little Stranger? What was Little Stranger? That's only a 6-hour book.
Oh, that's very short.
Yeah. But just like those little bits of like what I've heard
about. Good ones.
Yeah.
And Bestie Book Reviews, love that one.
But Lights Out, I've heard some good stuff about that too.
I'm using my Audible credit. I don't know. It just kind of like went away. I haven't seen anyone talk about it again.
I don't know.
I assume there's probably like legal stuff happening on the back end.
Possibly.
I don't think authors are going to use him for new stuff anymore. That's for sure.
I I don't even know how long ago that The Little Stranger came out. Is it a newer book or?
I think so. But you have to think, like, with how long stuff takes, like,
That's true.
he
It
could
could
have
have been
signed
like,
contracts with people, like, a year ago.
yeah, that's true. But he's just so good at it.
He's so good at
Like, dang it.
Why?
Like he does Ravenhood series.
Mhm.
You know, that's him. But like I never like if you wouldn't have told me that it was one person, I would have thought it was 3 different people.
Yeah, because he did,
'Cause,
like, the
yeah,
accents and
each voice is
everything.
different. Speaking of the second book, did you cry? Because I bawled like a baby.
I didn't, like, bawl my eyes out like I thought I was going to,
Oh,
but
fine. I just like to cry.
normally I cry for, like, nothing. Like, in A Court of Silver Flames, I was bawling.
Really? See, I didn't bawl in
Yeah.
that book.
Why? I don't know. But I think it's because with Exodus, I was expecting it
Oh,
because
that's true.
everyone
There's,
posted,
there's a lot of
"Oh,
hype.
this book, like, oh, whenever I hear this, I cry. Whenever I see this, I cry." So, like, I kind of figured, like, it was
Yeah.
gonna happen at some point.
Yeah, well, like I had seen the quote
Yeah.
like all everywhere. It was just it's hard not to like, but I didn't know in what context it was going to be in the book until
Yeah.
I got to that part, and I was like, oh god, okay.
Yeah.
Now he has his own book. Dom does.
What?
It's a spinoff. She wrote. Do I have it like readily available? No, I'm just gonna look it up.
Oh, is it the one with the rain on the cover?
Yes, it's called One Last Rainy Day.
Oh.
So that it's called the Ravenhood Legacy.
Oh, okay. I did see that. I didn't know that was his book though.
Yes.
I thought it was like a second gen or something.
No, it's The Legacy of a Prince, and then the second book is Tyler's book.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and they're not out yet, but
Oh, I want to read Tyler's book too.
just the
I
first
love
one is,
him.
and then
What's his
but that's the yeah. True. I
Yeah,
see. I just can't help it. I
I
can't.
know. It's hard.
Just let me listen and leave me alone.
Yeah.
Let me listen. But yeah, Lights Out's definitely on my TV at some point. At some point.
Yeah. I'm going to use my Audible credit this month to get it because I heard there's a part where he uses like a voice modulator or something.
Oh, okay.
So like I've heard it's like
I've
really
heard
good in
snippets.
audio.
I've heard snippets like people playing it on TikTok as
Mhm.
well. Like, or
I didn't even know Little Stranger was on audio, so I need to add that to my
oh my
Audible
gosh,
wish
yes.
list because I
I
want to
wish I
read that
could.
too.
It's oh my goodness. I don't even know if it's on Kindle. It don't matter. I'll just listen to it. If it's not, I
Yeah.
don't care. It just sounds so good. Just that little part where he's like, "Sorry, she's sorry," and then he just goes off in this little spiel. Oh, I wonder what he looks
This
like.
one, right? Lee Rivers?
Yeah.
Yeah, there it is. Like, look at this cover. I don't know if it's
Yeah,
kind of
it is.
small.
That is not what the book looks like at all.
What
I
the
don't know
heck?
why that is the cover.
Yeah, the book cover doesn't look like that.
No, it has like the tarantula on it. Like that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
no idea why that's
Interesting.
the Web of Silence duet.
Hmm.
I wonder if it's like the same people in the second book. If it's a duet, I assume maybe, but
Oh, that means this one might end on a cliffhanger.
owning her is all he ever wanted.
Dun, dun, dun.
I think he's like adopted or something.
Yeah, I think it's stepbrother.
Yeah. Something like that. Foster brother, stepbrother, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but spooky vibes. A little bit. At least the
I
book
love
like
it.
cover gives me spooky
I know,
vibes.
the heebie-jeebies.
Oh, well, I think that's everything. Is that everything?
I think so.
So do we like come to like an agreement of our rating for the book?
I think I'm gonna settle on a 3.
Yeah, I think so too.
Because it wasn't bad, but it like didn't give me what I wanted.
Yeah. Will a book ever? I don't know at this point.
Well, maybe if we give ourselves a break, because we're not really gonna
Yeah.
read one again until December.
True.
So maybe like by then it'll be like, fresh start. We can go with a
Yes.
real like heavy hitter.
Hopefully. Maybe. I don't know.
I don't know.
I hope.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess we're good.
All righty. Thanks, guys, for joining. We'll see
Thanks,
you
guys.
next month on Katie's channel.
Yep. Bye, guys.
Bye.